And of course, they remove the video. Every time there's like really good information, they always remove it. Maybe he leaked something. What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update. Be sure to like and sub, and let's kick it off. So I hope everybody is doing well and surviving the blood. We are in a sea of red on cryptobubbles.net. The majority of assets are down anywhere from 10 to 20. Some are even down over 20%, with the exception of HEX, H-E-X. Now, Bitcoin coming down recently, kind of ranging, but the altcoin market has taken a massive hit. Now, looking at the Bitcoin price chart on the weekly time frame, we have our weekly candle body close that's going to be occurring in about 1 hour, so 58 minutes. By the time I upload this, we'll see where we closed, but just wanted to share because when is the last time that we had 5 consecutive red weekly candles? As we can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this obviously looks like it's going to close in the red, so 5. And looking back, I don't really see that many, so we're going to go back in time and take a look, but as we can see, Bitcoin's all-time high price, $69,000, that was hit back in November. Now, compared to the lowest low that we hit in 2022, and this actually occurred back in January, so the beginning of this year, we can see that's about a 52% drop. Last April, Bitcoin crashed, and we can see that was about a 55% drop wick to wick. Here was a 30% drop on the way up during the rally. So comparing to the 52% drop that we recently had, what was the March 2020 crash like? We can see wick to wick. That was about 63%. Now, that actually happened pretty quickly, we can see. And as we zoom in, we'll see that was actually a green candle. So we had 1, 2, 3. So not 5 consecutive weeks, but it was 3, and the third one was big. Okay, what about in 2019, this drop? Well, as we can see and zoom in, this was only 3 consecutive weekly red closures, 1, 2, 3, but that third one was a big drop. Now let's actually measure from the swing high because I'm curious. Let's just use the swing high to the low, another 63%. Remember, March 2020 was 63. Then, of course, the beginning of 2017 was nothing but up for cryptocurrency, altcoins, Bitcoin, you name it. And as we scroll down, let's look for maybe 5 consecutive red weekly candles. Can we find any? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, so that was 6 right there. In August of 2014, all the way up until September, the very end of September. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now from that swing high, because I'm curious, that was about a 60% drop. And for anybody that was around the cryptocurrency market in 2013, I personally wasn't, I wish I was, we can see that during this big bullish cycle, this high to that low, that was an 81, almost 82% drop in the middle of a bull run. Then after that, it was followed by a 51% drop. And then right there, it looks like a big flash crash, a little liquidation here, about 30%. Before Bitcoin went to go rally over 1,000%. I also shared this thread on Twitter today, so the company Ripple and XRP, the crypto asset, sure have a lot of connections to the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and of course Egypt and a few other members, Uruguay, and I believe Bangladesh and the UAE joined the New Development Bank as well with the BRICS nations. Now, here's just a quick example. I just wanted to give one example for each country to show you how deep these connections really go. First and foremost, we have Brazil. Ripple and Brazil Central Bank held a closed-door meeting discussing institutional matters back in 2020. Brazil's remittance flows are valued at $2.5 billion, and they did recently just launch an office there. Ripple launched operations in Brazil in 2019. Now they had massive banks such as Santander and Bradesco, and of course, Banco Rendimento. And Banco Rendimento is right on Ripple's website under their customers, and I believe they also won an award a while back. Next up, XRP Owl King Solomon showing the Central Bank of Russia tested XRP, the digital asset, not just RippleNet, guys, XRP in multinational payment systems. He actually shows this right in his YouTube channel, so highly recommend checking it out, and I did tweet it. And then also in quotes from another article that we have this one bank that is Russia's largest lender, which just received a license from the central bank to issue digital assets to clients. India is super obvious. I know during the original plan for XRP, they were actually hoping, I think it was Arthur Brito's idea, to potentially distribute XRP to Indian citizens. But nonetheless, we have former governor of the Reserve Bank of India. He spoke at Ripple's Swell. As you can see him on stage right here with Navin Gupta, and this guy is a big shot. And of course, they discuss blockchain, digital assets, central bank digital currencies, economic inclusion. And of course, they remove the video. Every time there's like really good information, they always remove it. Maybe he leaked something. And speaking of Tata, we know Tata and TCS banks their solution with Quartz. Now, TCS Banks is based out of India. It is one of the largest companies in the world, a Ripple partner, and of course on Hedera's governing council. So right on hedera.com/council, we can see Tata Communications based out of India. This is a huge organization. We all know that they had this Quartz solution. This is actually a PDF you can download right through Google, and they have a Quartz cross-border remittance solution, and yes, it's integrated with all the popular and common DLT-based infrastructure like RippleNet. And I'm not saying they're only going to use one crypto asset. I'm just saying that all these organizations and central banks have integrations with Hedera, Ripple, Algorand, you name it. And this is simply to future-proof. As you can see, foreign exchange quote finalization. And remember, Alex Holmes, CEO of MoneyGram, the world's second largest money service business behind Western Union, he explained on the news that with Stellar and Ripple partnerships, Stellar was front end and utilizing XRP on the back end for foreign exchange. Next up, we have China. Now check this out. This is common knowledge, but just wanted to share for anybody new. In 2017, China's central bank, the People's Bank of China, actually stopped at Ripple's headquarters to discuss the latest blockchain trends. So you can find it. This is on Ripple's homepage back in 2017. And as you can see, there used to be another picture they had. Yeah, there they are, just sitting in the office. So again, the People's Bank of China. Oh yeah, and then I Am Legion. This is the guy that originally introduced me to QNT in 2018. So thank you, I Am Legion. You are one of the best. And as we can see, SIA, this is connected to Ripple, Quant, you name it, 15 central banks across Europe. This is a huge group based out of Italy. And of course, working with R3. So if you guys like R3, you like XDC, you like Quant with SIA, over 600 banks connected to SIA. So that's just one example of China. It goes really deep, but we can see even DLocale, which is a huge Ripple partner, and I do believe they're still planning to go public. They're connected to Alipay and WeChat. So this is the thread I did back in 2020, and I have screenshots, links, whatever you need to go fact check it. Alipay, WeChat, they have over 1 billion users, parent companies, Ant Financial, and Tencent. So Ripple's homepage, when they had 100 users or 100 members, we can see back in 2017, DLocale. You can look at all these partners and see what country they're from as well. Qualix, Mercury FX is South Africa. So DLocale partners with Microsoft, focusing on Nigeria, so even emerging markets throughout Africa. DLocale adds WeChat, Alipay, and UnionPay. UnionPay is bigger than MasterCard and Visa. I just want to emphasize that. And Alipay, 1 billion users. And what do we have left? We have South Africa. So Mercury FX was one of the first users, along with, I think, Qualix and one other group I'm blanking. They were the first users of XRapid. Today, XRapid is on-demand liquidity that specifically leverages XRP. And we're going to talk more about that in this video. We can see this article, Ripple Insights. Mercury to boost remittance time and money savings to South Africa using on-demand liquidity. And this occurred 2 months ago, so this is recent. This whole money transfer window to only minutes, not 2 to 5 days. I know XRP transfers in 3 to 5 seconds over the XRP ledger with finality, but guess what? There's still a person behind it sometimes, leveraging RippleNet or some type of software, and they have to manually click. But when you are cutting it down to minutes, 2 or 3 minutes versus 2 to 5 days with no end-to-end visibility or tracking, yeah, this is a no-brainer. So read more about these groups. We have IFWG exists to facilitate the role of fintechs in South African financial markets. 50 companies, apply to be part of this regulatory sandbox. Reminds me of the sandbox that was done in the Middle East as well with RippleNet. And then the Middle East said, hey, you're already regulated. We don't need a sandbox. We can go live. And that was a video. What's the gentleman for Ripple that said it? It's a viral interview. But yeah, so South Africa, ODL, we have about 24 live ODL corridors today in a variety of countries throughout the APAC region, you name it. Philippines, Korea, Singapore, etc. And if that wasn't enough, we also have Zago, which was founded in South Africa, and they also have coins or currencies that are issued on the XRP ledger. So let's check this out. As we can see, Zago announces its first stablecoin outside of the SA or South African rands. So ex-US, supporting the US dollar. Founded in South Africa, helping, users send money instantly. We'll talk about this in a bit. All right, and last but not least, just in case we forgot about the other nations that joined the BRICS NDB, remember that Egypt did. And fun facts, we can see BRICS bank to admit Egypt as a new member, including also Bangladesh, the UAE, where Ripple has the regional headquarters in Dubai, which is a huge fintech hub, and Uruguay. All right, so we can see Egypt joins the BRICS group. What's next? This Ripple Insights article, $24 billion remittance market, the largest bank in Egypt, the National Bank of Egypt, NBE, and Lulu International Exchange connect through RippleNet to elevate remittance experiences into Egypt. Egypt received 24 billion in remittances in 2020 alone, making it one of the top 5 remittance recipients globally after India, China, we already just shared them, Mexico, and the Philippines, including the UAE. Wow. And this is also important to note, guys. These partnerships will help to improve overall efficiency by enabling NBE, the National Bank of Egypt, to establish new alliances across wider markets with reduced cost and quicker integration time. The rollout time and getting integrated is key. Thankfully, to DLT in the cloud, it's a lot easier than having to use hardware. All right, and yeah, there's a bunch of other countries that I'm missing in this list, but if you guys have any others, feel free to comment down below, and I hope you enjoyed that one. And just wanted to touch, we also have this event that's coming up shortly. Next month, let's click it and actually double check. So 2022 with the DMI Symposium. It's occurring May 11th to May 12th, and we have some huge heavy hitters here. Algorand, Microsoft, Visa, you can see Algo. We have, Ripple, of course, all kinds of heavy hitters. Bank of Japan, Bank of Jamaica, you name it. MIT, of course, thanks to Algo. We got Crypto Mom, the Asian Development Bank, how could I forget? James Wallace over at Ripple for CBDCs and engagement. And so my question is, this is a $40 trillion think tank, and I have the thread down here that, shares this in their partnerships. Of course, the PayPal, HSBC, a lot of even Ripple investors, funny enough. And my question is, why aren't they talking about the Lightning Network? Because Bitcoin could be a store of value, it can do well, but it's not going to solve the payments problem. The payments channel is so inefficient. Even if the whole Lightning Network was leveraged, it could only service a small city. And that is fact. And I covered that in the previous video, titled something like Lightning Network last week. And of course, these are relatively carbon negative or very green, climate-friendly blockchain networks. And of course, XRP just surpasses it. Its energy consumption is significantly lower. Next up, we have XMP will be able to save you 10% on your energy bills. This is actually shared by Roth Economist, so big shout out. This is a new XRP Ledger token focusing on green energy. ODL. They're developing a renewable energy village in Scotland. How cool is this? Also developing the European Union's first green index compliant chain. This corresponds with much recent Ripple press. Now, as we can see, this is on manchesterdigital.com. This is something I want us to remember, and I know we talked about this last year, and they even say earlier this month, but they've been saying this for well over a year, that they want the UK to be a global hub for crypto asset technology and investment. And they actually said that they have plans that will see stablecoins, USDC potentially, recognized as a valid form of payment in the future. So very cool. Go UK. Next up, we have Mesh Swap. That's a little tongue twister. I almost say it with a lisp. Mesh Swap is an AMM or automated market maker based decentralized exchange or DEX protocol to actively utilize assets on Polygon. And who did they choose to partner with? XRP as one of their newest liquidity assets. At least this group has it right instead of CoinMarketCap. I wonder if that intern that was bashing XRP got fired, because CoinMarketCap was bought by Binance a year or two ago for like, what, 300, 400 mil? Don't quote me on the amount, but Binance did buy CoinMarketCap a while back. But at least they have it right, is a public, the XRP ledger is a public, decentralized blockchain optimized for payments with incredibly fast transactions. And even looking at xrpcharts.ripple.com, we can see the ledger number. We have successfully closed over 71 million ledgers. Meanwhile, there's other layer 1 technology crypto assets that are going down for over 24 hours, like Solana. Next up, from Anders L. So he actually shares his thoughts and some additional details about the new Ripple website, this new update. So I wanted to share his thoughts here. As we can see, the new website is looking great and all the partners. So with this recent update, and this is good for XRP, guys, stick around. This is now more of a full focus on crypto assets. This is the first thing you can see on their homepage. Business impact powered by crypto, tokenizing value. Next, first text you see when you scroll down is this: crypto solutions built for businesses. They're focusing on this, guys, and Ripple Liquidity Hub is going live this year. Different use cases highlighted, as we can see: cross-border payments, crypto liquidity, and central bank digital currencies. Now, also in terms of DeFi, they're working on peer-to-peer lending, because that whole entire process, especially for emerging nations, is years behind. You know how we laugh about the Howey test being, 80 plus years old, and they're trying to regulate crypto with some law they passed in 1946 or even the 30s? That's a joke. So they're going to have to update their framework. I'm all for regulation, but not from a bunch of people that are using, outdated information. So central bank digital currencies, Ripple's Liquidity Hub, and crypto liquidity is going to be huge. And remember that the Liquidity Hub technically is like sitting on top of, some of these CeFi exchanges. So, Coinbase, Bitstamp, And then eventually they're going to go for DEXs as well. So they're going to be really aggregating this liquidity for a variety of assets across the ecosystem. This is going to be good for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, you name it. And of course, cross-border payments. Now, if you click on cross-border payments, you are shown this. Notice that their solution includes XRP without any other solution shown without XRP. So this is literally a focus on XRP in the center. This is good. This is very good to see. Now, the benefits of Ripple's cross-border payment solution is shown. Notice, free up working capital. This is the first benefit highlighted, and this is the benefit that XRP ODL on-demand liquidity offers. Real-time settlements is also brought by XRP. Beautiful, love to see it. Settlement in seconds, not days. The benefits of ODL, cough, cough, XRP. Now, Ripple's Liquidity Hub right here, full solution. We can see buy, sell, and hold digital assets. This platform unlocks new revenue streams for organizations. This is going to allow these huge institutions to offer end customers the ability to have crypto. So the Ripple Liquidity Hub is a good thing for all of Web3 and all crypto. Everybody bashes Ripple and XRP, but at the end of the day, they're building the infrastructure in the bridges so that cryptocurrency can be widely adopted. This is how it works. It simply thickens liquidity by sourcing the best price of cryptos from a range of different sources. It aggregates them. It brings them all together. Now, I think this will be a very attractive solution for businesses since it's an all-in solution. You have market makers, exchanges, over-the-counter trading desks, and then the Ripple Liquidity Hub is bringing that all together, and then they can provide it to businesses. How cool is that? So it supports a wide variety of digital assets, bunch of liquidity venues, exchanges, eventually even DEXs, decentralized exchanges, market makers, OTC desks to source optimized pricing via smart order algos. Now, with central bank digital currencies, remember the DMI Symposium, a $40 trillion think tank, we have James Wallace, VP over at Ripple, and he's speaking there with CEO of Algorand. So yeah, I think despite, price action, it's no fun. I hate waiting just as much as the next guy, but I don't think we can deny that a lot of these ISO tokens and solid framework assets, quants and any other asset I'm forgetting, I believe they survive. And when I mean survive, yes, I believe the crypto market surpasses 10 trillion, maybe even $100 trillion someday. So if they survive, they're going to get a slice of that pie, and that is a gigantic pie that is growing. So central bank digital currencies, they write that it's a private sidechain of the XRP ledger because obviously, guys, let's be realistic. Central banks need privacy. They're not going to be just running on Bitcoin. We need privacy, of course. We need hybrid solutions. Cough, cough, XDC. You could think Casper. Anything that offers permissioned and permissionless use. So this will mean that settlement between CBDCs through XRP will be as seamless as possible. Beautiful. And a proven blockchain that is transacted over 69 million times over the course of 10 years. Now, there may be some new projects that just started, but they do not have a 10-year track record. They do not have liquidity already built with dozens of customers and market makers in the crypto space, and they do not have over 70 million ledgers successfully closed with 24/7 uptime. There's going to be a trade-off, guys. Just like in the blockchain trilemma, I'm telling you, the XRP ledger will continue to solve payments and will scale in the future. So to conclude, there seems to be a full focus on crypto. Very good. We know their plan was to always build rails for XRP. Absolutely. And remember the flywheel from 2020? Ooh, thank you, Anders, for reminding me of this one. We are at 6 now. Let's look at this. Step 1, proving value and feasibility. Scalability is next up, moving to production, building trust and demand. And now 5, expediting the move to go live. And then number 6, boosting this with digital assets. The concept of this flywheel is really the figure for blockchain adoption at scale for the growth of payments in blockchain. So once this is all set, it will move on its own. And this will be like a snowball going down the hill, getting bigger and bigger, gathering more momentum, getting harder to stop, and just getting stronger. Liquidity begets liquidity. So thank you, Anders. That's an awesome thread. But all right, guys, that is enough out of me. If you learned anything at all, I greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. We have all crypto resources linked in the YouTube video description, along with on my Twitter, my link tree right here. I have an entire list of free crypto tutorials right here, and you can also buy your own cryptocurrency wallet. Until next time.